Hey guys, back again with another Football Manager experiment video. This time I have basically taken a team of United States national players. I'm going to put them all together in one team, put them in England, see how they perform, see if they can, I don't know, get to the Premier League, get into Europe, maybe challenge for a Champions League title. I mean, the national team for the United States at the moment has got a great core of young players coming through, the likes of Gio Reyna, Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, Yunus Musa, Chris Richards. There's a lot of them doing the rounds in Europe at the moment, and there's obviously a lot of hype behind them over in America. And you know, some European people as well think very highly of some of these players. So you might be wondering, why are you on Birmingham City? I'll tell you why. Birmingham City, same name as a town in America, which is Birmingham, Alabama. Essentially, sorry Birmingham fans, you've lost your entire team. St Andrews has been dug up and moved to the United States and placed in Birmingham, Alabama, and it's now a United States team playing in England. So we'll just have a quick look here at some of the players. I mean, like I say, a lot of the guys that I've just reeled off there: Weston McKennie, Sergino, Dest, Gio Reyna, Zach Steffen, who's obviously the American goalkeeper, plays for City, recently made his Premier League debut. Tyler Adams, Zardes, who actually plays in the MLS. Matt Miazga, another one who he made a move over to Europe quite early, came to Chelsea. It's not really done much, to be honest. I think he was on loan at Anderlecht, or he is on loan at Anderlecht in real life. But he's left Anderlecht, he's come over to Birmingham, he's joined the United States Revolution, that hopefully is going to take the English football by storm. Yunus Musa there, like I say, Timothy Weah, Anthony Robinson, who actually does have Premier League experience with Fulham. Keaton Parks, don't really know who he is. Josh Sargent, he was at it's Werder Bremen or Wolfsburg, something like that. Bremen it was, and he's quite highly thought of as well. Conrad De La Fuente, a Barcelona youngster. I think he's been there for quite some time. Come through the ranks at La Masia. And then a few names down here that you might be aware of: Kellen Acosta, Cameron Carter Vickers, Fabian Johnson as well. He's pretty past it, to be fair. I shouldn't have really included him because he doesn't seem that good in game. And then I think we've got enough players to fill out the under-23s as well. Efren Alvarez here, you will notice he does say he is Mexican. In real life, he's actually made his debut for the United States team, or he's at least been called up to the squad. I'm not sure if he has made his debut yet, but he is American in real life. Just the game just doesn't recognise him as that. So I've not changed anything in terms of staff. Like Aitor Karanka is still manager here at Birmingham, and I mean, let's see what they're saying. How Birmingham going to perform? 4th place, they're saying. So a playoff place. I'd like to think that, you know, someone of the calibre of Pulisic, you know, who's obviously going to be maybe not leading the line, but playing further forward for them, should hopefully be able to take them to a higher place than 4th. I'd be looking to try and get an automatic place with players of that calibre in the team. I mean, out here, yeah, we've got Sergino, Dest, Steffen, McKennie and Pulisic all making the Dream 11 for the media. And what is their best 11 according to the media? Gio Reyna, Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, Timothy Weah, Zardes, Pulisic, Robinson, Miazga, Chris Richards, Sergino, Dest and Steffen. I don't know why I read that team out in such a bizarre order. But I mean, it's a pretty good 11, and I would expect them to come out of the Championship. I know it's a competitive league, but I mean, I'd imagine first time promotion is what I want ideally. So I'm just going to skip it forward a year now, see how Karanka does, see if he can get this team to gel together quite quickly. Obviously, I know if you do in game, you can make a lot of signings and it can sometimes throw your team chemistry off, but we'll see how they do. And yeah, we'll move it forward by a year now. Okay, guys, here we are, a year into the future. I should have added, actually, at the beginning of this video, I have put a transfer ban on Birmingham City, so they can't actually sign any other players. And all of the players, I've basically put a future transfer in for them all. So by the time they reach the age of 35, they'll be all heading over to Inter Miami and joining David Beckham's revolution in Florida. So obviously a lot of them are very young. They'll be here for the foreseeable future, and hopefully can win some silverware with them. Did notice that Karanka's got the chop. Either that or he was performing very well and he's moved on. No, got the chop. What was it? 40% win percentage. Oh, so they've hired Fran Escribá. He's only managed one game. He did win it though. What's his history? Vigo, Villarreal, Getafe, Elche, and then assistant manager at a few bigger clubs as well. So, doesn't bode well. And up here it says, still in the Championship. That's probably why Karanka did end up getting the boot. How did it go for them? Let's take a look. Well, not even a playoff place. Ninth place. Ended up 7 points off a playoff place. Not ideal. Makes sense as to why he got the chop there. Can't really knock him for that. Let's take a look, see how... What tactics are they using? Let's see. Zardes, De La Fuente, Reyna, Pulisic, Adams, McKennie. Yeah, this is pretty much like the best 11 that we saw at the beginning of the video, what the media said their best 11 would be. Can't remember De La Fuente starting though. I didn't expect that so early in the video. 36 appearances already. Doing quite well then. Zardes leading the line. This is my only real issue. 14 goals in 44, yeah. Is Zardes, if he is their best striker, I imagine Josh Sargent will over time develop into a better player. But for the moment it is Zardes, and he's... Well, we just saw there, 14 goals. He's not prolific, and I don't think he's prolific enough really to be leading the line of this calibre of team when you look at the players behind him, especially in midfield. So hopefully we'll start to see Sargent be integrated more into the team. Let's take a look, see actually how he did last season. Did he... 30 games, only 6 goals. Yeah, near enough half of them coming off the bench. Based on that and the numbers, I'd say he's a better option than Zardes at this point. But, I mean, yeah, there's not really much to say about that. Quite disappointing, to be fair. Only one... obviously first season and not even a playoff place. Let's see how they did in the other cup competitions. Carabao Cup went out to Newcastle at home. Not great. We can let them off for that though. It's still quite early in the players actually being together. Maybe they're just starting to gel a bit. I mean, this is an awful run around like November and Christmas time. Actually beat Spurs in the FA Cup. It's pretty decent. And then went out to Millwall, which is quite the opposite of decent. It's not great. A lot of draws here. Obviously, like, that's 4 draws in the last 6 games, and they were 7 points off the playoffs. If they could turn them into wins, I mean, there's a lot of draws just in general. If they turn a few of them into wins, it's a different story, but... Aitor, it wasn't good enough. He's got the boot. We've got a guy who I can't remember, Fran Escribá now. So let's see if he fares better next season. We'll come back in another year's time. Hopefully, they've actually made it to the Premier League, and then the video can start getting a bit interesting. I'll see you in a year. Before I even started recording this clip, I noticed one thing. Green dot, Premier League. They've done it. Second season of asking. However, Fran Escribá, no longer manager. Quique Setien took the job. So what happened there? How did he... Well, he got sacked as well. 47% win percentage. Still better than Karanka, but not good enough. Lasted a bit longer than him, 10 days. Setien took over back in February. He's got a 56% win record. So let's take a look, see how they actually did in the league. Obviously, we know they've done it through the playoffs. 77 points. They were close to missing out. Only 4 points off Reading there. And I'm going to tell you what, if you're West Ham, you're absolutely devoured. 91 points. 3rd place, out in the playoffs. Can we take a look, see how they did in the playoffs? They knocked out West Brom 5-4 on aggregate, 3-2 win in the second leg. Enough to get them through to the final, and obviously faced West Ham and beat them 2-0. Let's take a look at that. Oh, well, they've deserved it, you know. I'm a man who lives and dies by his XG, so they deserve the win. Gio Reyna is his coming of age match at Wembley. He's broke the hearts of West Ham fans all over. But yeah, good to see. How did he do last season, Reyna? He's one of them that I'm most interested in. 22 goal contributions, 44 games. And he's 19. He's going to absolutely... If they'd stayed in the Championship another season, he would have just been ridiculous. Let's see what Setien's doing. What shape's he going for? Still a 4-2-3-1. Bit different in terms of the personnel, though. Richards, Miazga, Pineda? No, I'm not really sure who he is. Aaron Herrera, Christian Roldan, Kellen Acosta, Zach Steffen, who I believe was starting last season. He's 9 less appearances, with good reason. Look at the numbers even compared to the season before. Look at the numbers. That is abysmal. You deserve to get dropped, lad. Sorry to be so harsh on you, but we live in reality here. It's not a charity over in Birmingham, Alabama. Sergino, Dest, Weston. I'll tell you what, that can't be right. This must be from like a friendly or something, because McKennie, Dest, Robinson, Tyler Adams, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Timothy Weah, Josh Sargent, they're all not even on the bench. And then obviously Reyna's there, Moose is on the bench. Yeah, I can't see that being the proper 11. But let's take a look, see how they did. Oh, there we go. They played a friendly against Krasnodar, I believe. That's that squad that we were just looking at. Okay, right, that's not the strongest 11. That's good to hear. Championship actually started really well. Unbeaten until they faced Bristol. Cameron Carter-Vickers got sent off, and we'll put the loss down to the red card. And then they went on a bit of a shaky run. 3-0 loss to Blackburn. Oh dear. There we go. That was the pre-Wembley tie that they had against West Ham. Let's take a look. So Setien got the job around February. Imagine here or after the Southampton loss, something along those lines. Tell you what, a decent little run he went on. 2, maybe 3 losses throughout the rest of the season, and then obviously we know already that he won the playoffs with them. So there we go, boys. You're in the big dogs now. Premier League. How did they? Not how did they do? How are they expected to do? As you'd expect, not a player in the best 11. Mbappe is at Man City. Oh dear, that's got like 6-0 written all over it when they face up against the Americans. Oh, well, they don't expect much from you boys. You're gonna finish 19th according to the experts in the media. Well, it's up to Setien and the boys to prove them wrong here. So I'll skip forward another year. See if they do manage to actually survive their first season in the Premier League. See if they actually hold on to a manager for a full season this time. And yeah, see you all in a year's time for part 2.